Hello everyone. In the last video, we saw triangles, what are their possible targets, and the instances seen on the Sensex chart. Now before we get into the current formation, let us look into a previous formation which we missed out in the previous video. Now this is a triangle which we didn't discuss. If you see out here, this is a clear simple triangle, and this led to a breakout and achieved its targets very well. After which we saw a breakdown from the channel, which was covered in our previous video. Now let's get into the recent formation on the Sensex charts. If we see out here, this seems to be yet another instance of a triangle. Although some people may argue this gave a breakout in the previous week. In the blog I had discussed that there is a possibility of a breakout provided we see larger volumes and a larger price action. But we were waiting for around say 3 to 4 or say 4 to 6 sessions of a move beyond the level of 10,400, and if we see confirmatory moves with volumes. But the move could not sustain for more than 3 sessions. And now again we are faced towards a possibility of a breakdown on the downside. Now if we compare the same thing to the previous triangle, what we see out here is after the breakout we saw a larger price action. And now let us compare the volumes. If we see out here, the volumes were significantly higher for a period of next 3 to 4 sessions. And in this scenario, the volumes were not changing and there was not a larger price action. So this gave a hint to be cautious and wait for a signal. Now if we see on the lower side, yeah, it seems to be a clear breakdown from the triangle. But I would prefer to wait for the next 3 to 4 sessions. Look for a confirmatory move in the next few days before taking a call on the markets. Now, what is the reason I am waiting for 3 to 4 sessions is, if we see in all the previous triangle formations, like see, this was the first one. Then we saw another out here, which was a triangle plus a head and shoulders pattern, and there was yet another channel breakdown out here. In all these instances, we saw a new low being made. Low number 1, low number 2, low number 3, and maybe possibly such a scenario opens up for a new low in coming weeks or months. Although we will consider it to be a possibility till we see a confirmation in the next 3 to 4 sessions. So let us wait and watch over the next 3 to 4 sessions. If we see confirmatory moves, we would prefer to go short, and ideally if people have long positions, there is one thing to note out here. In the last 3 sessions, from a level of 10,470, markets have made a low of around 9,024, which gives us around say a 1400 point move in the last 3 days. This makes me believe there is a possible oversold zone in extreme short-term charts, which might see a possible rise in the next few days, which could be a good thing. In the last 3 days, Sensex has seen a fall of around 1400 points, which is quite a bit of a movement for 3 days. So there could be a possibility that markets try to give a recovery before giving a clear signal of a breakout or a breakdown. So yet again, the view remains, wait for a confirmatory move for 3 to 4 sessions. As in case of a triangle, the breakout target out here is roughly around 8,300, 10,500, would be roughly around 2,000 points or more. So traders would get ample opportunities to be part of the move. And the best thing to do is wait for a confirmatory move, because trying to jump the gun could have been a major problem for people who went long considering this to be a breakout. So the bottom line is, wait for the next 6 to 8 sessions. We may see a possible pullback, and if the pullback doesn't sustain, we might see a fall, which might possibly be the last sell-off in the Indian markets. We will discuss on the same in the next video.